Okay, saved by the bell there. All right, let's take a bold step and move forward in cages here, in diagrams here. So now in this particular diagram we have chart 350. And notice it's a round number, 350. It's a milestone chart for me. 350 charts. New multifunction extra long cages. That's just with the one string cutout to make those cages wider. Short with cutout. Any string. Long playaways, and long modals with the G string cutout. Now, a little word about any string. Okay, when we talk about a cutout on any string, it's similar to a cutout on string 1. It's going to take us further down the neck if it's a whole step down. Okay? Except if it's by the tuning warp, it's going to take us back up a half step, which is nice. So we can cut out on any string anywhere. I'm not going to play those right now because that's like getting into the magic circle. It's getting into stuff like, and I know it'll just confuse you, but if we're on, let's say we're on string 2 on a E root build, right? We can just start the build from there. But now we have to warp up. What cage are we in? Well, we would just look down for that. We're in the Mixolydian cage, like that. If we play up, we'll end up there in the cage of the next cage up from Mixolydian, which is the Aeolian cage. We'd finish in the Aeolian cage. We could come back down with that Aeolian scale. Okay? Now, let's look at this. Yeah, I've been hanging out up there. Okay, let's see what we got here. Note, just as the play away long patterns land your pattern build in the very next cage, R+1, which we just talked about that. We started on a Mixolydian cage, realizing that, but we actually started on an Ionian string shape and just looked below it, below the Ionian's Mixolydian string shape. Okay, so just as we landed on the Aeolian string shape, +1, the new short cutout pattern build puts you quickly into the previous cage, R-1. So the cutout pattern, if we're in the Mixolydian build here, like that, we're going to cut out to the previous one, which is going to be the Lydian cage. So it's going to be, there's the cutout and believe it or not, that's part of the Lydian cage. Okay, so that is part of the Lydian cage because there's shape fitting there that'll go from 4, 5, 6 to 7 root 2. You have to fit that the way the patterns build. So let's look at that. Here it is. 4, 5, 6 will go to 7 root 2 there. So that's why we were way over in that Lydian cage. Each of the string shapes in the P4 CCAGEED, this is it. This is the CCAGEED. We're adding the C-shaped 4th Lydian, and we're adding the E-shaped root Ionian. Okay, then we have the E-shaped Locrian, and we have the C-shaped Phrygian. Each of the string shapes in the P4 cage string shape stack can be played as, that's a tongue twister, string shape stack, not shack. Shack is something else. My dad built a shack when we were children. It looked like a small house. I could use one of those for my tools, but I'm not that good at building. He was a mechanical engineer. I was just a kid. as a cutout. Okay, so let's get back to reality. Each of the string shapes in the P4 build is P4 build, because you don't know where the tuning thread is going to be, can be played as a cutout that emits the outer note and picks it up on the next string up in the build. This shifts the current modal cage into the previous cage R-1. So no matter where you are, this could happen. This is magic. Let's say Lydian. Here's our 4, 5, 6, right? If we want to cut out from that, all right, that's going to put us in the previous string shape. All right, like that. But it's going to be the previous string shape from the string shape you would have gone to after that one. So it would be okay. When doing this from any string, just subtract 1 from the current string shape rule to find the next cage. So the current string shape rule, okay, base string shape string X equals rule -1. X equals whatever string you are on. S1 equals the lowest string, for instance. Okay, so I can't really wrap my head around that. I can identify with this stuff right here, right now. That's the way it is, you know. Get some static in my thinking here, and I can't wrap my head around that right now. Typical multi-scale extra large cage. We've got one, and we've got two of them, actually. We've got two typical multi-scale extra large cages as example, typicals. We've got 4 scales each to play away to the next cage. BSS plus 1, where's BSS? 7√2 is BSS here. We're going to play away to the next cage, √2, 3. √2, 3, it's even right there because they're tri string shaped cages, modally linked cages. So we've got 3 of them each, 6, 7√7, √2, and √2, 3. Up here, √2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. So that's E string shape, long, D string shape, and C string shape regular, right there. We have 4 scales for each. Play away. This starts at 7√2 and ends in √2, 3. That's plus 1, BSS plus 1. Here's 7√2 plus 1 is √2, 3, ends in √2, 3. Modal G string cutout, BSS minus 3. So we have here 7√2. Okay, we're going to end on 7√2, but the cutout is at BSS minus 3. Alright, so the cutout here is on 2, 3, it's going to go to 4. Here's the BSS, 7, 6, 5, 4. So the cutout goes to BSS minus 3 there. Okay, that's kind of weird. Short cutout on the starting string, BSS minus 1, that's easy, 7√2. Okay, we're going to cut out 7√2 to 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the base string shape minus 1 is going to go to 6, but actually what it is this isn't particularly right. This is the base string shape minus 3, right? Let's look. Short BSS cutout, root 7√2. The third is plus 2, so root, here's plus 2, 1, 2. Okay, the second string with the BSS cutout is, here's plus 3, 1, 2, 3, but the second string with the cutout is 7√2, so it's only plus 2. So there's this third, there's this minor third, the low green third from 7 to 2. You see how this works. We're getting a little tired. It's starting to rain, and I have to pretty much finish it up today. It's been an awesome lesson. We'll get to, I'll give you a little look at the next chart, and you can see that, what I've done, and we'll be talking about this in the next lesson. I hope you enjoy these charts, give it a like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.